it. The book is very revealing, obviously, for anyone reading it. But was there anything revealing for you?
I think my mother and I had a couple of aha moments. Because I share the stories of my great-grandmother and my grandmother and how their traumas influenced my mother's trauma and my trauma. I got to see on paper how generational trauma works. And my mother was like, I just cannot understand why I had so many problems with self-esteem issues. And I said, do you think it might have been because grandmother really had really unrealistic expectations of you that you could never meet, that you thought you were supposed to meet? She was like, oh, I never thought about that. And we sat down and really worked through that together, because that never even was in her sphere. She just never thought about it like that. But when we looked at it on paper, when my mother got pregnant at 17, and my grandmother was like, you are gonna have this child, told my father, you either marry my daughter, or she's gonna get an abortion, or we're gonna give this baby up for adoption if you don't marry her, right? Because my grandmother got pregnant at 13 years old and had to give her baby up for adoption, and then was given to a foster care family. So she had so much shame around being pregnant as a teenager. So when my mother got pregnant as a teenager, her trauma came up. And my father was abusive. But it was important that her daughter be married. Now, when I got pregnant at 25, my mother immediately, you have to get married. I don't want to hear it, Jada, you have to get married. And I was like, Ma, just slow up. Just let me think about this. But I got to see how that generational pain, it's like, we're not back in the, you know what I mean? This is modern times. I might be able to do something different. But that trauma, and it was so intense. So that was interesting too, to see that live. So I was like, oh, that's what that moment was about. Because what you went through and what my grandmother went through, got it. So then I had understanding around that.
And that's one of the questions.